back up where the last episode left off, and that is the guys confronting Colton about Tia. And this scene to me went on way too long because the conversation is like null and void. Like, it doesn't, what they're talking about makes absolutely no sense. Like, I get that they're saying, oh, if you're not really here for Tia and you want to explore your options, then you should leave Tia alone and go look at other people. And Colton's like, this is paradise. This is what I'm supposed to do. I'm trying to see like who I can make a connection with. Obviously, the girl that I wanted to be with didn't want me, so I'm rekindling something with Tia, and then I want to see who else shows up in paradise. He does want to have his cake and eat it too, but isn't that paradise? Like, anybody who links up night one on Paradise is a fool because you don't know who's coming. You don't know what else is going to happen within those few weeks while you're there. So you want to make the most of it and see everybody out for who they are. Especially if you're trying to leave with a partner, then you want to know who's there, what's going on, how is this person working with this other person, am I more attracted to this person than that person? It's a weird setup, but it's a TV show that y'all all signed up for. So no, he does not have to make up his mind night one on who he wants to be with. If he still want to sample Tia and Tia will allow him to sample her, then what is your problem? I don't get the guys coming to him and like making this big power play. Honestly, I think that Nick is only there participating in this foolishness because he don't nobody want him and he's trying to stay on this island. But if nobody pick you, baby, you go. And the producers are not going to keep you here because you're not doing enough anyway. So you're going, boo. Bye-bye. I don't even know why Jordan is participating in this. This should have been between Chris. And Chris, you're looking like a punk. Needing two other dudes to back you up and confront Colton. Like, dude, you want to get Tia. Stand up for yourself. He even said, like, listen, you're still figuring it out. I want to pursue her. I'm going to pursue her. As a friend, man, just back off because this is territory that I have claimed. Like, I want to be invested in Tia. And if you're not fully feeling her, let her go so that I can, you know, develop what we have been working on. Say that to Colton instead of this whole, you can't do that, you can't do that. And Colton is just like, who are you talking to? I can do whatever I want. I can agree with the dude. I'm like, you know what, it is paradise. You're there to see what will work out. Like, if you're feeling somebody, if you're not, how the relationship is going to work, how you guys work outside of attraction. Like, I think it's very important to keep your options open in paradise. In my opinion, it's just not wise to link up on day one. You don't know what's going to happen or who's going to show up. So it's not smart. I'm Team Colton on this one, and this is the only time I'll ever be Team Colton. But the boys were acting dumb, like confronting him and trying to get him to move away from Tia. Again, wow, who knew that Tia was the Linda Evangelista of Bachelor Nation? Like, I can't believe it. I can't believe this is producer priding. No shade to Tia, but sis, ain't no way. All these men are I didn't buy it with Raven and I ain't buying it with you. What's that name? Fallon. Why do I keep on hearing Fallon? It's just stripper names just circulating in my head. I'm sorry, Kenny. But Kenny gets a date card. Why, Kenny? You don't have to be this corny. It just... So he gets a date card and he's like, you know, checking everybody out to see who wants to go out on a date with him. And he picks Bibiana. First of all, she was terrified. She was like, every woman knows that look like, oh, okay, you're being polite, but Bibiana not into you, Kitty. She's not. But anyway, he's like, let me holler at you for a second. And then he like let me holla. I'm like, stop, Kenny. You are an enigma to me. I guarantee you, Bibiana don't know what that means. And then he's like kissing their hands with these ashy lips. Like, what? Bro, CarMax is available. Don't Avino got chapstick? Like, you don't have to. You know, the most unattractive thing for not the most, but it has to be hella unattractive for a dude that is trying to bag you to like kiss your hand and you feel the crust from his oh, the way Astrid looked at him. Astrid is messy this season. She is really I don't know her from her season, but she is really into this Colton and Tia drama, and Tia's giving a chance to Colton. He's exciting her vagina, and I'm like, Astrid, you not me. Be on the show and find yourself a man. Let me leak the commentary about the vagina to me, sis. I like her though. I like her. But I just feel like I want her to get involved in a relationship and not be the commenter of Tia and Colton's fiasco of a scam. I can't. I'm trying to watch it, but Kitty, I'll spill something. The first time I laid eyes on you, the smile, the green eyes, it works for me. Dude, what? What? David has brought his Jordan obsession all the way to paradise because Jordan is not even focusing on David, not even saying anything about him. He's trying to get to, I don't want to call it Annalise. Do y'all hear how he says her name? Anyway, he's trying to get to know Annalise and wants to take her out. And, it's like really, putting the moves on her. And Annalise says, how did you come to paradise without sunscreen? Because mother is burnt, okay? Anyway, David takes her aside to tell her that Jordan is not here for love. And I'm like, at some point, David, you have to tell Jordan how you feel. You are way too obsessed with this man for you not to be in love. Like, something is going on. You got to deal with your issues and really just open up and be like, you know what, Jordan? I've been cock blocking you this entire time. I'm not going to finish what I was about to say. Because you want Jordan's... I won't say it. But this is like, something is up with him. And is it producer prodding? I don't know. But I don't know anybody on these shows who a producer can make this obsessed. Like, he's on a totally different show and he's still obsessed with this dude. Something is up, David. You are way too invested in Jordan for me not to be like, do you want to tell him something? Because listen, this is what all the closeted dudes in high school did to certain guys. Like, they hated them, and then next thing you know, we banged at prom. You know what I mean? That's what happened. So I'm just like, what is going on? Let us know, David. Let us know. I think we already know. Let's talk to your mother. What's she gonna say? Annalise and Jordan's date. I get that she was very cautious about going out on a date with him because of what David said, which was, like, I gotta give it. If the girl didn't watch the season, she doesn't really know. And then this guy is saying, oh, I spent 4 months with him. I know what kind of guy he is. Be mindful. He's probably using you to get a date rose. Understand that, right? But Jordan wasn't helping, He just seemed really, in my opinion, really fake on the date. Everything she said she did. What? Wow. Amazing. I can't believe it. Really? And she was like, oh my goodness, he's so into me. And I'm like, girl, how you're surprised by that? Like, what? How are you not seeing it? I'm watching and I'm like, Jordan, tone it down. I don't know, just his reaction to everything she said was just so fake and forced to me. I'm obsessed with people who paint with their hands. You what? Jordan. Dude, did you ever get a kiss on Ari's season? You didn't, right? Okay, so that was Annalise, you too old. Sis, you too old to be falling for these young boy games. Like, you're gonna be like, okay, I didn't get a kiss on Ari's season, and this is not the setup to kiss me, bro. But she's all for it. Like, you know what? She's older than him, but they're on the same, their maturity is the same. Because she is falling for this game. And it's clear as day that Jordan is running game. I don't think he's interested in her at all. I think that he is trying to stay on the show. I don't care about David and his comments about him. That is not affecting what I think about Jordan. But I've always thought that he was here for the cameras. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I am a little bit upset that I feel like Annalise is falling for it. And I'm like, girl, have fun with him. Don't fall for him. Yuki is back with her ratchet nails. I said, oh, Yuki, what hood nail salon did these? Because even the way she was holding her hands, I was like, oh, yes, you went to a hood nail salon. He's like, I'm back. I'm glad she's back, though. I love Yuki. I hope she's scamming. Because sometimes I feel like you putting it on. Yuki, scam. Scam it up, girl. Get your checks from this job. Scam it. Do what you gotta do. Then come out and be like, that was an act. Now that you secure the bag, that was just an act. What's next? So we get to Kenny's date. He's so extra at this. Of course, it's wrestling, right? He's so extra. And then there's this part where, like, the guy is, like, disrespecting, what? We're going to call her Ashley. What's her name? Krystal. Where he's disrespecting Krystal. And Krystal's like, oh my goodness, Kenny is defending my honor. And he's like, hey, cabron. Whatever. So anyway, the guy, like, smacks Kenny's drinks out of his hand. And then Kenny takes off his shirt slowly. And then hands it to Krystal. I can't. I love him though. Oh, good TV. So I'll say this, right? I liked Kenny and Krystal's second part of their date where they just sat down. Why did they feed them? Where they just sat down on a bench and just talked, right? It was hella hot out there, okay? I liked, I got him. I liked this part of him. We were just sitting down talking to her and just, you know, talking about their image on TV. And yeah, I don't know. I just liked the conversation that they had. I felt like he was being very real and honest. And for a second, I could kind of see them together because the conversation was just so easy. And then Kenny, it's just like he doesn't read. I don't think he gets it. Like he misses every cue. Kenny is dripping in sweat. Every part of his face, even his lips are finally getting moisturized. Let me stop. I love you, Kenny. But sweat is dripping down, and then he says to Krystal about something I can't give you a mask because I'm a natural Libre or something. And then he turns to her and kisses her. And Krystal goes, if a woman starts giggling when you kiss her, because in her mind she doesn't want to reject him because you're on TV. That's how women are trained. Everything we do is to not make a man feel bad, right? But I can only imagine what that woman is going through while he is kissing her with sweat dripping down his face and into her mouth. Hell no. Hell no. Kevin is such a baby. He spent the whole night tripping about Krystal going on a date with Kenny, and then all of a sudden he finds Astrid and he's just like, oh, I think me and Astrid are more compatible. Really? After a little bit of conversation, dude, you're stressing about getting a rose to stay. That's what it is. So Krystal probably recognized that. I hope Astrid recognizes that. He just seems very thirsty for a rose and not a relationship because he keeps on mentioning, I don't want to go. I don't want to leave right away. I don't want to do. No, fight for Krystal if that's who you really want to be with. But then to like throw her away and be like, oh, I'm more compatible with Astrid. That was some snide little comment to just be like, oh, she's not, for him to save face because she's not into me, so it's okay because I'm more compatible with Astrid. You a punk. That's why I actually moved on. I can't wait for her to show up with Prince Eric. It's going to be juicy. Grocery store Joe gets finer and finer. What, guys? I'm going to take a picture. Damn it, I'm using my phone. I'm going to come back to this scene. I can't even get myself, I can't stop looking. Like, I feel like his eyelashes have grown a bit more. What kind of, this is the best glow up in history. I have never seen a glow up like this. Every scene, I'm like, yes, Joe. Becca, child, you cut too soon. Still watching this. But for the love of God, ladies, unite and send Nick home. He's just awful, awful. He's talking to Chelsea trying to get a rose, and he's like, this is harder than my real job. I don't chase. What did he say? They bleeped it out, but I'm like, I hope he ain't calling her no B. I don't chase. What are you doing? He's like, I'm confident. If I don't get a rose after that, then I don't deserve being here. You don't. Bye-bye. Why did Cassie even put you on this show? Boy, bye. Grocery store Joe and Kendall. I don't see it. And the fact that he keeps on saying that she's so different and like, I wouldn't be with somebody like that if it had not been for this place. And you know what? She's getting the interesting. man, don't call us interesting. She's so different and interesting. I'm not something that you should try out. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I feel like. I feel like Joe is just like curious because Kendall is different from the women that he's used to dating. And like, I felt like he's kind of doing the same thing that Ari was doing with treating Kendall like a science project. No, not Kendall. It was the other girl. The girl that was like I was about to say mad scientist. But you know, that really, was she a, what was she? She was like a huge, like she had a huge job and she was getting like a PhD, and she felt like Ari was treating her like a science project. And I'm kind of getting a little bit of that from Joe because everything he says about her is how different and interesting she is. And I'm like, that don't seem like this is gonna last outside of paradise. I mean, if it's the real deal, more power to you guys, but I just think that this is like a college camp workplace relationship that kind of wouldn't survive in the real world because they're both so different. I don't know how they will mesh when outside of this bubble of paradise. We'll see. Then she goes out with John, who I think is such a much better fit. I don't know, guys. Is Joe gonna get cut? She just feels, I don't know, her and John seemed to be working better. Just their conversation and the way he kissed her, the way she received that kiss. Like, she pecked grocery store Joe. Fine grocery store Joe. But John, she was in it. Legs open. Wrapped. I was like, get it, Kendall. Get it. Get pregnant. Venmo Joe. Venmo John. Get pregnant, girl. Listen. Colton and Tia is having the longest conversation. I'm like, y'all, we didn't need all of this. So the girls, women are messy. The girls have hyped her up, and it's just like, he is playing you. You about to be, he about to be the next dean. You don't want to be like them heifers from last paradise. Let him know that he needs to make a decision. So they get her all riled up. So she goes after Colton, and she's just like, you know, I need you to make a decision. Is it me, or are you just waiting for the next best thing? You are copping out. And Colton's just like, it's paradise. Like, I got feelings for you, but I don't know who else going to show up. Now, Colton, I'm going to be real with you. I would never want to hear that. I would never want to do that. I'm interested in to say, I'm feeling you, but somebody else may show up that I'm interested in. So I just want to keep my options open. You can't really say that. So I'm kind of just a little bit understanding Dean. Just a little bit. Because it's like, you can't say it to her, although this is what you're feeling. And he was honest. He was like, I'm being very transparent with you and like telling you the truth. And I'm like, Tia, he's telling you everything that you need to know. You are staying because you want to change his mind. That's the thing. When Colton told Tia, I'm keeping my options open, she should have got up and been like, well, this option is closed because I know that I already know that I want you and you don't want me. So I'm not going to let you wait around to figure it out. I'm going to keep it moving so you can explore without me. That's what you should have did, but she is still into this dude. So she wants him to say, I'm not going to be interested in anybody else. I'm here for you and only you. And that's not how it's going for Colton. Because Colton know he cute. And he knows that there's going to be a bunch of other girls. So he wants to stick around. But Colton, I don't know. Because if Tia don't pick you, it seems like the women are turning against you. So baby, I don't know if you're going to make it. But we do know that he's going to be there for when Becca arrives. But I don't know how far he's going to go. And baby, when Colton gets upset, that list, he can't control it. Oh, he's still fine now. He's still fine. Tia. So Tia is now pistol whipping Colton into choosing her, basically threatening him and letting him know that if he doesn't pick her, he's going to get sent home. Oh, Tia. Oh, why are you looking like this on national TV? Like, poor Colton is terrified now because she's just like, nobody else wants to give you a role. So if you're not, you're saying you're keeping your options open. Because at first I thought that she was like, I was like, yes, girl, to let him know. She's just like, I'm not going to be your second choice. I've spent too much time in my life trying to chase after a man and figure out if he wants me, if he loves me. I'm not going to do that no more. If I'm not your first choice, I will not be your second choice. And I can't do this anymore. And then she goes to pistol whipping. Nobody else wants you. Ain't nobody else gonna give you a rose, so you might as well fall in love with me. Sis, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. And you be messed up if you decide to give your rose to Chris and another bro give it to Colton, because let me tell you something. He's a lot of things, but one main thing he is fine. I can't stand him. I'd give him a rose and a lot of other stuff. Lord, stop. Stop it, Nikki. Season is so messy. So Tia just lets Colton know, since you can't make a decision, I'm gonna make the decision. I'm not giving you my rose. Petty. She still wants the dude. She's trying to like guilt trip him and like now threatening him to like be with her, and that's just a horrible way to go. So then she's like, oh, you need to start talking to people. Petty. And then she says, oh, I'm gonna go talk to Chris because he knows what he wants. And then Chris is ready to talk to her. I'm like, you's a dummy. She don't want you. Tia wants Colton. She's settling for Chris. But if Colton would have told her, oh, we're gonna make this work, Chris would have been going home. So, girl, messy. Wait, what? So Tia and Chris are sitting there talking, and she's just like, oh, this is so difficult for me because normally I go for the wrong person. And he's like, oh, so what, are you ready to go for the right person? She's like, yeah, now I'm ready to go for the right person. And they start to kiss. Chris, how are you so, like, how are you accepting all of this affection from her after she was up there crying over Colton, who was just like, I can't tell you yes or no. And now she's running to you saying that you're the right person. Now she's dogging Colton to you. This is so messy and just great TV. We are all into this show. Let me tell you, this show is doing so much better in the ratings than The Bachelorette because we are like invested in this mess. I like how Colton confronted the guys who were talking, the Three Stooges is what he called them, accurate. I like how he confronted them and all of them were like shook. All of a sudden I'm like, and maybe, y'all, and maybe it's because Colton looked huge next to all of them. Like, I don't know, maybe he was standing on like a sand dune or something, but with a sand dune, Nikki, you can tell I'm from a place that ain't got no damn sand. But a rock or whatever, because when he like confronted him, first of all, that tanned arm, because he getting like a little caramel macchiato, right? That tan, thick arm was just like, who's been saying, you know, talking crap about me? Keep my name out of your mouth. And the guys are like, oh, what? I didn't say it. Who said it? Wasn't me. I said it. I'm like, y'all can't talk all that crap in the confessional and then the dude confront you and then you act scared. Especially you, Nick, because you the messiest out of everybody. When you get confronted about the crap you say about other people, I didn't say it. I just thought that it was good. No, own it. Own it. So we get to the rose ceremony and the first rose goes to Kenny from Krystal. I would have never called that. I thought after that sweaty kiss, she would have been out of it. You know what? I would have done that, but I'm not Krystal. Okay, let's see where this goes. I'm kind of here for this coupling. We'll see. Astrid is a grown 28. Like, she's giving me, not saying it looks 48, but she's just like very wife with children who are 10 years old. Like, she's very, every woman is here to find love. Like, I'm like, you're 28, girl, you still should be. Because, you know, 28 is behind me. Not that far, but it's behind me. And I'm still like, yes. I agree with Krystal. Tia is doing the same thing to Colton that Colton is doing to her. She is mad that Colton does not have her as his number one, that he's considering her, but there are other women that he also wants to, you know, talk to and see if anything sparks. She's doing the same with Chris. Colton, however, is her number one, but she got Chris in the background just in case it doesn't work out with Colton. And here she's doing the same thing. Like, she wants to be with Colton. He doesn't want to commit, so she gets Chris, who is her number two. You don't want to be Colton's number two, but you go and pick your number two, which is Chris. It's like, girl, you're doing the same thing that Colton is doing. So how are you taking a high road and, oh, I need a man that wants me? You don't want Chris. So how should he feel? Should he do the same thing to you that you did to Colton? Take a look in the mirror. Let's talk about how this rose ceremony was so strategic. It was all producer picks. I'm telling you. There were people picking people who had no connection. I didn't even see them have a discussion. How is David still here? You know why David is still here? Because Jordan is still here. Ain't no broad picking David over Wills. Come on. Ain't no way. But David has a storyline. Will doesn't. He hasn't made any connections with anybody. He hasn't been in any drama. So it's just like he can be on the chopping block to go. Him and Nick. Nick, who was I felt like the longer he stayed, there would have been some reports. Not saying anything about him like that, but I'm just saying he reads uncomfortable. I feel like women get uncomfortable around him because there's something, I don't know, just the way he talks about women and to women. I just feel like if he stayed any longer, it would have been bad business for the show. I'm sorry. I just feel it. So they had to let him go as well. But the only reason why David is still there over Fine Wills is because he has drama going on with Jordan. And the only reason why Colton is still there is because Tia, the lead of this season, is still there, and they want to create some drama with him. And they sacrifice poor Bibiana to give him a rose. And was just like, I hope you find love here, and I hope people, you staying here, people can get to see who you really are. Please, what did the producers tell you to say, girl? I already know how this is going down. I don't care, because it's going to be a good show. But Kendall, she picked Joe over John. Okay, this might be a thing. Could they be like the odd couple of Bachelor Nation? Wow. I'm here for it though. No, I'm not. I want to be with Joe. So funny how all of these people have beef with Colton and he's just oblivious. He thinks that everybody likes him until he finds out that somebody's talking crap about him. Nobody here likes Colton, and he's just like, oh my goodness, what's going on? Which makes me think that there's something more going on behind the scenes that we're not getting like information to, because Astrid from day one didn't like him. So I'm like, what is going on? We can see that he's the scam king, but I'm not seeing enough for their aggression. You know what I mean? So I'm like, what are we missing here that you guys have dealt with behind the scenes? Have you guys seen the real Colton or heard him talk in a certain way? Because I can't put it together why he gets so much heat from everybody in Paradise. Like, they were all like cherry, like they were so happy that he was going home. And when Bibiana gave him the rose, everybody was just like, and I'm like, what happened? What is it? We know he a scammer, but okay, aside from that, why are y'all still so tight? The thing that bothers me with Colton, right? He tries to act like this a really innocent guy. It's like, I don't know what's going on. I'm not Tia's Colton. I'm not Becca's Colton. I'm Colton. Like real young and naive and doesn't know what's going on in the world. And I'm like, dude, we have seen you when you are not in your confessional and how you talk, how you act. And I'm like, I think, oh, maybe that's the issue that they have with him. There's a different Colton when the cameras ain't watching. And then when he realizes he's being filmed, he gets very like sweet and, oh, shucks. Oh, geez, what's a vagina? Like, you know, all that kind of stuff when girls are just like, Colton, you've been in all these vaginas. Stop the games. Now, I'm not saying that he's not a virgin, but come on, Colton. We all know you done did something. You're not getting through life that fine. And they did nothing. You know, let me stop. I feel like I'm virgin bashing, and that's not right. Because everybody does, refrain from certain things. But I'm just like, there's a different side. Because how are you bagging all these chicks? You know, there's a different side of Colton. And I feel like Tia wants that Colton that she spent the weekend with. And she's getting this, oh, gee, Paul, I don't know what you're talking about. Jesus Christ is my best friend. That's what she's getting. And she's just like, Colton, you was a different dude in LA. You was a different dude when we was up in your apartment making cake and all kinds of fun. And I don't need to know his sexual history, but it's just like, dude, come on. You did something. You mean to tell me? You know what? I can believe it. I just, it's me. I just don't think that if he was in my presence. Let me stop. It's late. I'm sorry. So I'm trying to end this episode, but Colton is giving his Oscar-winning performance. When Becca shows up, he's just, first of all, I think it's so weird when they're just like, my exes? You dated 30 dudes on a reality TV show. This is not a relationship. Like, stop it. They get on my nerves with that. But the girls are just like, 2 of you guys are here. And Becca's like, my exes? 2 contestants from this game show reality TV show. Anyway, when the dudes, because the men are separated, and when they find out that it's Becca, Colton mother just starts emoting and giving us his best Viola Davis. And I mean, one tear dripping down his face, looking out, overlooking the water, and just crying, biting his lip. And I'm like, oh, Colton, this is why you get on people's nerves. Because you are playing the game, but you're so sloppy with it that it's so obvious that you're playing the game. Because no way are you this broken up over Becca. Dude, none of us are believing it. Because ain't nobody else this broken up over Becca besides Blake. Blake was the only dude that we believed. But I'm looking and I'm like, Colton, I don't believe you for 1 second. But give me drama, sis. Give me, I see it all over you. Give me the drama. Yes, Viola. Yes.
Like, I didn't know if I was ready for this, but I took the chance and took a risk. And it's not.
Colton.
I came here to find my person.
What is it? Wait, shut up, Colton. Who said that on this show where everybody keeps on saying, I'm here to find my person. I hope you find your person. Shut up with that. Who said that? Who was the first person that said that these people will not let this term go? Let it go. It doesn't make any sense. It sounds so, I don't know. It kind of feels like an insult. I hope you find your person. I came here to find my person. What the hell are you talking about? Do you want to go out or not? Colton stayed on that beach and walked around that island, up and down those steps until he could work up some tears. Dude, I do that for a living. You're not fooling me. Anyway, so he, is giving his best Bachelor audition. I can't. We spent, guys, either make Colton a Bachelor or have him find love in paradise. But can we move on to other couples? This is not fair. We are 2 episodes in, and it is full of Colton and Tia. Just make it a Colton and Tia reality TV show and give us the choice of whether or not we want to watch it or not. Because this isn't fair. This really, really isn't. There's so many other couples brewing, and you're shocked by some couplings because you're not getting any screen time of those couplings. We, the viewers, have let you know we are tired of Colton and Tia. So please, after tomorrow's episode where Colton, after he finishes his audition for The Bachelor, can we move on to other couples? Real talk. It's not fair. It's not fair to be taking up 2 hours out of my day, my important day, with Colton and Tia drama. We both know they scamming. Like, it was interesting. It was cute. But I want to know about other people because Becca is here and Colton is just crumbling. Oh, I didn't know I would have these feelings. None of y'all are in love with each other like that. Like, stop, y'all. Stop. Stop playing this game if you're not going to be believable. Because, Colton, we don't believe you. You waited. You poked your eyes to make them red. And, like, I know all those tricks, okay? I know all those tricks to emote. So, dude, you're not playing me. You're not. And I didn't feel like we had to end the episode with him. They spent a good 10 minutes on this Colton drama. And I'm like, there's so many other things happening and going on. Bibiana is fun. I would like to see more of her. I want to see if she's happening with anybody. Kenny and Krystal came out of nowhere, but I want to see what's going on with that. We're just not getting it. And, I want to see what's going on with Bimbo John. Like, let us know what's going on with the other people and not spend all this time with Tia and Colton because the storyline is dry. Like, we're done. We're 2 episodes in and it's enough. It is in the words of Taylor from The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, enough. I've had enough, okay? I'm done with it. Chris, let's move on. 1 more episode of this mess, and then I want to be done with these 2. I am over it. But I did enjoy myself. I did. I feel like we deserve this. After that tragic Bachelorette, we really did deserve this. And I want to stick with the show. I'll be here tomorrow to review it. And I hope you guys stop back by. It's late. Stop on by and, like, comment, subscribe, and share, and get to the comment section with me, and let's talk about it. Because Colton is doing the most. Anyway, I'm going to go edit and upload this video so you guys can have it bright and early in the morning on your drive, or maybe if you're in the UK, what's up, UK? Hey, in the evening, whenever. Y'all gonna get this before the next episode. So see you then. Love you guys. Bye-bye.